Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to show you how to change drum brakes to disc brakes. These are some of the tools that we found helpful, so go ahead and grab them if you have them. Obviously you have to take off the tire, so take that off and roll it to the side. And then you're going to take off the drum brake itself, and sometimes it won't just wiggle off, you might need to hit it with a hammer, and then put that off to the side. Then you're going to pry out the primary and secondary brake shoe, just like Tom's doing right now. And then after you do that, you can remove that dust cover in the middle, just by sticking the little pry bar in between and hitting it with the hammer.
Removed the dust cover, castle nut.
The next step is going to be taking out that carter pin that is in between the castle nut. Just to keep everything neat, Tom's going to wipe down everything with a rag.
That's all off. Now we gotta get these 4 bolts in the middle. Just got tangs holding them in. Tap them out of the way. That's all taken care of. There's some more tangs on the back side of this. I'm gonna turn the wheel a little and make sure they're out of the way. Alright, I'm on the back of the nut there. Alright, 2 of these are just normal bolts that go through into threads, and then 2 of them have nuts on the back. The ones with nuts on the back are diagonal from one another. So that's the old drum brake system off. To install the new one, it's pretty simple. All we have to do is we have to swap this spacer on this hub here and then attach the new aluminum bracket, the disc, and then the mounting bracket for it. We also have to take and sand back the steering control arm piece that attaches over here because it interferes with one of the bolts for the bracket. I'm going to use these channel locks to kind of break this loose a little bit so I can get a pry bar behind it. Oh, I'm lucky. This one is way looser than the other side. Well, that was nice. The other side literally took me like an hour. Alright, clean all the grease and nasty stuff behind that.
Should we re-grease the new one or no?
The grease is just important for the bearings, and they're still packed very heavy with grease, so we should be alright. If we hear weird noises or anything when we drive it, we'll know. Alright, so that'll go like that. We'll have to sand right here. I'm gonna go get the new bracket and start marking out where I need to sand this thing. I'll get the new bushing on. There's our box of new stuff. So this is our new spacer for the hub, because the whole thing has to get pushed out 1/8 of an inch. So the last one of these we had to sand down because the fit was just a little too tight for my liking. I'm gonna see if I can just grab some sandpaper and just rub it on this hub a little bit and see if that'll make it slide on easier, but we might have to sand the inside of this one as well. It's just a little too tight. All right. For my next trick, where I use my brain, I'm just going to use the castle nut to tighten this whole assembly back together so I don't have to keep hammering it. All right, now this is nice, touching flush and mounted to the back. Slip and put this entire thing back on here. Wipe my hands for the 47th time. And then take it off again because the bracket's not on there yet. There we go.
Beautiful.
Now we're gonna need safety glasses and ears for when I grind that. You can just do a dry mount to see what it looks like. Right there.
Time to grind.
If you want to get in there and get a close-up shot, that's what I had to grind off, clearance for that bolt. All right, that's all in. Now for the hub.
Watch out. Okay, sorry, I thought it was gonna fall.
Don't ever do what I just did. Dropping a,
Lubed up thing and debris.
well, into grinding dust.
Yeah.
Probably about one of the worst things I could have dropped that into.
You wanna just put fresh lube on it?
Okay, all right. So the castle nut is just like, just a little bit not deep enough. Like you want it to be just like a little past hand tight on there. And we have to like really snug it to get it to do what we want. So I have to take and grind the little cutouts a little deeper. Yeah, so the hole is only showing like half of its diameter and I'm already starting to compress my bearing there. So I'll take this to the bench and I'll just grind the castles a little bit deeper. So I took and I ground the little notches a little bit deeper into the castle nut so that I can get it on without over tightening it. All right, so this freeze spins nice and freely, and I have a hole that lines up. So I'll take our new cotter pin, slide it through the hole. I'll take it, I'll bend these legs around the nut to stop it from ever backing off. All right, that's wrapped around. Spin's good, nothing's getting out. So then we can take our dust cap, tap this back on. All right, so that part of it's done.